Hosted by the defender of the grassroots, the people's ambassador, Harvey R. Boris. I love my country.
Where the native legends say, wheresoever they may wander, end in Trinidad their days. And this lovely fragrant island, with its forest hills sublime, well might be the smiling Eden, pictured in the book divine.
IT&T, happy anniversary. Congrats on your golden jubilee. IT&T, happy anniversary. My primary school reader did say it plain. Once you eat a the cascadoo, in Trini you must remain. Cause no matter how far you fly, once you taste it, baby, right here you return to die. Since 62, summer head to greener pastures. In the Big Apple, they want a bite. Though for 50 years, we could have gone faster. To build a nation, we have to fight and fight. I love my country. I shall put it away before party, just like Harvey Boris. Oh no. And I love Trinbago, not Trini to the bone, but the marrow. So when them stormy dark clouds want to threaten white, black and red, tell them tread. Until we get real serious, remove the drugs and all them cokeheads. You see me, I want to see Trinbago moving ahead. I agree, we are still a paradise, built byways to highways, but progress came with a price. Although we excel in culture and sports, along the east-west corridor, our youths they pack up courts. Tell me, what is this great fatal attraction? This love affair that they have with crime. Now one by one they fall a daily extraction. We've got to save our youths while they're in their prime. Teach them to sing.
This is
Dear Lord, thank you for today. Thank you for your continued grace and blessings. Lord, today I ask for clarity that only you can bring. When everything feels noisy, confusing, and overwhelming, your peace is what I seek. Lord, be my center in the midst of the storm. When my mind is consumed with worry and doubt, lead me to your still waters. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
We, the people. The people want hope, opportunities, security, and respect. The people want justice. The people want the truth.
I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
Hear the truth with Ombudsman Harvey R. Boris, the voice of truth. Can you handle the truth?
I love my country. Welcome, Trinidad and Tobago. Welcome to the program. Of course, I'm your host. My name, Harvey R. Boris. Welcome to the program today. I thank you for the opportunity to come into your homes and also into your hearts. I thank you for this great opportunity on Tobago. Today is a special day. Yesterday, the government celebrated 1 year anniversary. Big thing down Cuba. I saw my friend Khadija Amin saying, oh, everybody come on down. And then we'll hear a little bit about that. But also today is the PNM's election, internal election in Tobago. People are at the polls at this point in time. And after I finish here, I will jump on a plane or jump somewhere, but I shall go to one of the polling division, either most likely in Bon Accord or from some other area, I will go to one of the polling division to ask the people how it has been going for the morning. How has the poll been? Has people been coming in? What's the situation? So we shall go live to one of the polling divisions. Yes, in Tobago, we shall go live. Live, I tell you, we shall go live where the people are voting for the candidate of their choice, either the, of course, Kelvin Morris or, of course, Shamfa Kojo Lois. So we will see what will happen today. As you know, I maintain the principle that on an election day you don't campaign. On an election day, you just try to cover what's happening. That's the principle in national politics, and that's the principle I carry throughout all politics. On election day, you cover what's going on. So we will go to the polling division, most likely in Bon Accord or in another part of Tobago, but we shall go after we come from the break. We shall go there to bring you live coverage as never been done before. Live coverage as to what's happening at the polling divisions, where the Tobago leadership of the People's National Movement is up for grabs, or up in stake, or up, as the case may be, for the best and may the best person win, of course. So Trinidad and Tobago, you know who I'm supporting, but that's not the issue at this point in time. So right now, I want us to start the program the right way. Start with the great words. And remember, today's a special program. Today's program, you'll have Dr. Batson coming on. I changed the director right after the break. Right after the break, you'll have Dr. Batson coming on. And after that, you'll have a break in between that, in terms of some clips. The director will play some clips, and then of course to close up the program, you'll have Dr. James Henry. So today the health aspect of it is fantastic. You have Dr. Batson coming on right after the break, and after the break you have some clips. And after the clips, they come back to me to cover the polling division, to cover the polling station, and to get an update as to what's happening, because the polls close at 6 p.m. this evening, right there in Tobago. The poll closed at 6. Yes, at 6 p.m. this evening. And of course, the results will come in soon after that as to who are the winners. Of course, we are right here. So that's how the great words. Are you ready? I count to 3. Wherever you are, say it with me. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. I love my country. Trinidad and Tobago, the red, the white, and of course, the black. Our country, our beautiful country. Yes, our beautiful country. 2 islands. The beautiful Tobago and the stimulating Trinidad. I'm telling you, 2 islands, 1 country, 2 major races. The ingenuity of the vibration of the Indian community and the strength of the African community. 2 major races, 1 people. Wonderful. Yes. And again, 2 pan stick, 1 on the left, 1 on the right, 1 steel pan in the middle. Yes, I love my country. And of course, 2 bara. You can eat whichever one you want, but at the end of the day, it makes 1 doubles. Yes, I love my country. And if you love your country, love your community. If you love your community, of course, you must love your street. What street are you on? What street are you on? Are you on Charles Street? Are you on Victor Street? Are you on Frederick Street? Are you on Queen Street? Or Penny Street? What street are you on? Are you on St. James Street? Moruga Street? Penal Street? What street are you on? Are you on Point Fortin Street? Point Fortin is a beautiful place with beautiful people. I spoke to a Point Fortin person recently, and really pray that God has blessed the Point Fortin people and may they go from strength to strength. So you must love your community. You must love your street. I love my street. What are you doing on your street? Are you forming a community watch group? Are you trying to fix up? If there's some garbage on the ground, you pick it up. If there's a little small hole, you can fill it and fix it up. Yes, you paint your wall, you buy air horns, you're doing something. Do something positive on your street. As I've lived by example. I did the Queen's Park Savannah, all the benches painted red, all the crowns around the Queen's Park Savannah painted white, the whole railing, the entire railing around that massive Queen's Park Savannah, I painted it black. Yes, I am not just talking the talk, I'm walking the talk right here for you to inspire my people that we cannot just depend on the government. The government have a share to do, but we must do our share to make sure that our country and our future is bright and prosperous. Yes, I truly love my country, love my community, love my street. After everything is said and done, listen, my friends, give me a word that you will pick up your phone and you will call this wonderful place to relax, or you're tired from a meeting, or you come from Tobago for something. Tell me, give me a word that you will call Caribbean Tourist Villa. Caribbean Tourist Villa, I want you to make it your home away from home. Caribbean Tourist Villa is really the people's choice. It's right there in the Woodbrook area. It's the best guest house in entire Woodbrook. It's Caribbean Tourist Villa. I want you to make Caribbean Tourist Villa your home away from home. Caribbean Tourist Villa is really a wonderful place. Caribbean Tourist Villa is a decent place, a respectable place. Caribbean Tourist Villa. I want you to make Caribbean Tourist Villa your home away from home. Caribbean Tourist Villa offering to you right now. Listen. Offering to you as you're there from the morning to the evening on Caribbean Tourist Villa. At Caribbean Tourist Villa. You're there from the morning evening at Caribbean Tourist Villa. About $300. So everybody, if you want a day pass in the week, on the weekend, on Saturday, Sunday, come and stay at the only guest house in Woodbrook with swimming pool. The only guest house in Port of Spain, small guest house with swimming pool, is Caribbean Tourist Villa. It's the best guest house in Port of Spain. Come and stay, but the place is decent, respectable, clean, and tidy, where they make sure hygiene comes first. You want to be in a safe place. You want to be in a place where you can truly call your own, call your home away from home. Come and stay at Caribbean Tourist Villa. Remember, day pass now at Caribbean Tourist Villa. Call and get your day pass, about $300 from 10 o'clock in the morning to 6 o'clock in the evening. Listen, you have your say. Or if you want to take the regular stay and come and take 24 hours at Caribbean Tourist Villa, 2 days, 2 weeks. And of course, they have weekly rentals. Weekly rentals at Caribbean Tourist Villa, where if you come for a week, you pay for 6 days, you get 1 day free. They have monthly rentals too. Monthly, just monthly, 1 month rental. They have 1 month rental. You come for a month, you pay for 3 weeks, you get an entire week free at Caribbean Tourist Villa. And of course, they have the long-term rentals, which is minimum of 3 months. And of course, you can stay at Caribbean Tourist Villa. Listen, and the figure is just something around at 3,000 a month or something, or a little more than that. You know, it is really inexpensive for location. This is location father. This is location mother. It's such great location that you can literally walk to everything, to the savannah, to the zoo, to the botanical gardens. You can walk, you go to sports down in the Nelson Mandela Park or the King George V Park. You can walk down there. You can walk to the Oval. You can walk to the movies. You can walk from the port. Caribbean Tourist Villa is well located, beautiful location. You can't go wrong. Call them 623-9164. You have the number? Call it 623-9164. Oh, better yet, call this number 627-5423. That's 627-5423. I have a next number for you. This is the WhatsApp number. Call the WhatsApp number. The WhatsApp number is 797-2858. That's 797-2858 for Caribbean Tourist Villa. Make it your home away from home. Caribbean Tourist Villa is really the people's choice. Come and stay at the beautiful, at the luxurious, at the well-positioned, well-located Caribbean Tourist Villa. Come and stay and enjoy the day pass. Come and stay and enjoy the week pass. Come and stay and enjoy the month pass. Come and stay and enjoy the long-term pass. Oh, better news. If you want a further discount, don't tell her I did this. Don't tell her I give her her number. Call the manager. Yes, call the manager. And she can give you a further discount if she wants to. Yes, if she's able to. Listen, call this number. Don't tell her I give you a number. Call Monday to Friday this number. Just take this number down. Call this number Monday to Friday. The number, are you ready? The number, 271-8435. You have it? You have it? Write it down, man. Or put it on your phone, better yet. 271-8435. That's 271-8435. For Caribbean Tourist Villa manager, call that number Monday to Friday between 10 a.m. and 5 p.m. Call that number 271-8435. Call the other numbers on the screen. Call those numbers and come and stay at the beautiful, at the luxurious, at the wonderful Caribbean Tourist Villa, or CTV for short. It's called CTV. Yes, because they also handle media. CTV, Caribbean Tourist Villa. Also handling media because it's called CTV at Caribbean Tourist Villa. Make it your home away from home. Call them 623-9164, 627-5423. WhatsApp on 797-2858. That's 797-2858. Or call the manager on 271-8435. That's 271-8435. Well done. All right, director. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in, how do I say it? Unusual times. Lebanon is meeting with Israel to continue their ceasefire. America is trying to meet with Iran to continue their ceasefire and to open the Hormuz Strait. We are in unusual times. Sudan, fighting and killing continues, unfortunately. We are in unusual time. In Trinidad and Tobago, I've spoken to people already several times. I do this week after week, month after month, asking people, please, please, for your own safety, slow down. Slow down. In Claxton Bay, alleged speeding. 2 young human beings dead. I want to repeat that. 2 young human beings dead, alleged speeding. What would it take for us to understand that speeding doesn't make sense? Whether you're late or not, and especially if you're speeding for fun, because all if you get the road empty, then we just speed. If anybody do it and you in the car, I'm telling you this, man or woman, if anybody tell you, because nobody are wrong, let me speed. Say, listen, if you're doing that, say it first or don't do it. And if you have to do it, drop me off, let me off, as the case may be. I'm not taking part in that, because that could be instant death. I'm telling you, that could be instant death. So please, don't let nobody encourage you in speeding. Don't let nobody encourage you in speeding. Nobody. Now, the sad news is, this morning in Tobago, this morning in the beautiful islands of Tobago, on the Claude Noel Highway, 2 young men are now dead. Right there to the Buku traffic light intersection and the Claude Noel Highway, 2 young men are now dead. They have been positively identified. They again accident, and I'm urging the Tobago House of Assembly, please, I beg of you, if not, lives and blood will be on your hands. Mark over the lines on that highway. Put reflectors in the road, because sometimes you're coming, especially if you're speeding, you're coming on the road and you lose sight of that thing, and you end up now off the road. I'm telling you, I've seen it many times. I don't speed, and I'm telling you, sometimes you have to really pull back yourself, because the reflected. Listen, I'm urging this. If you want to save lives, Chief Secretary, if you want to save lives, sir, I want you to do over the whole of the Claude Noel, especially where the painting is faded and where there are no reflectors. Put reflectors on the ground. Put up more signage, and you will save lives. And also, let there be a motorcycle police on that highway off and on. There's none. Did I see 2 like many of those doing escort? Motorcycle police, they're supposed to be highway patrol. There was none on the highway. And on the peak hours when people speed, put them out. Even as a matter of fact, you should have 2 on the highway 24/7 as 2 finish, then give them 4-hour shifts. Them change 4-hour shifts. So you're there 4 hours, then 4 hours, 2 at different locations, and they can be intermingling and twist to different points. That will put the fear of God to some extent in people's heart. People are dying, Chief Secretary. People are dying, THA. There's nothing to impede you all doing what you have to do because there's no opposition within the Tobago House of Assembly. And if more people are dying on that highway, too much people have died on that highway already. I urge you, Chief Secretary, to check it out. You'll see some of the lines faded. You see there are no reflectors. Put up reflectors on the ground. Yes, it might cost a pretty penny. It might cost, I don't care, whatever it costs. Let it be honorable, let it be decent, let it be proper. But do the damn sign on the ground. People are dying. I apologize for getting emotional. But life. What is more sacred? What's more important than life? And sometimes it's our fault. Sometimes it's our fault, but what is more important than life? Tell me, Chief Secretary, Farley, Augustus, Chavez, tell me, sir, what's more important than life? Is your salary more important than life? Is your position more important than life? Is holding on to power more important than life? I'm asking and urging the people of Tobago to pick up your phones and call the Chief Secretary, call the various secretary and tell them we want the road painted over, we want reflectors on the road, we want traffic police on the road. Tell them that is where most people in Tobago dead or die. If you know on that stretch, most accidents occur that of a death nature, then aren't you going to do something? Yes, it might be the people's fault. They might be speeding. There might be this. But I'm saying, let's put a little fear in their heart, or at least a little clarity on the ground so that they can ensure that they do the right thing. Is that too much to ask, Chief Secretary? Is that too much to ask? Is that too much to ask? 4 persons dead in the last 2 or 3 days. 4 persons. And many more accidents. You see accidents all over the place. The car for in the Tobago accident, if you see the car mash up like chili baby, it mash up like nothing. You can replace a car. You can buy a new car. Can you replace your life? Can you replace your life? The people of Tobago, it's time to stand up. It's time to get up. It's time to demand that you want something done. And if I, as the leader of the grassroots, have to come to Tobago to make sure that things happen, I will be forced to do it. I will start with my family village of Paletover. I'll be forced to do it. But we must do something now. Now is the appointed time. Chief Secretary, look at this. Look at this. That's the accident this morning in Tobago. Look at this, Chief Secretary. Look at the man in the ground. And you'll see the fireman leaving with the plastic. Watch it. There's the car. The car mashed up like chili baby. Enough is enough. We have to do everything in our power. When you ask for a job, you ask for a job to be leader, you ask for a job to be secretary of this or that, then you can't take things for granted. Yes, things will happen. No 2 ways about it, but we have to do our best. We have to put our best foot forward in order to save lives. Every Tobagonian life is important. Every Trinbagonian life is important. We have to do our best. We have to do our best. We have to do our best. Director, let me now turn my attention to the 1-year anniversary of the United National Congress. 1 year in office, you claim that you have done quite a lot, and you ask people to hold patience for more. I'm not here to pronounce on you did more or less or good or bad. I'm not doing that today. What I'm doing today, however, is that whatever good you have done, double and triple your effort in the next year. Whatever bad you have done, correct it and try to ensure that the next year is a better year. The Prime Minister claimed that she made that they got over 15,000 new jobs. I see a number of Facebook and other social media statements saying people saying that is not true, that's a lie. Where are the jobs? Where they came from? Because they're saying over 50,000 persons were laid off at the lower end of the ladder. Where are the jobs? That's what people are saying. I'm not questioning it right now. I'm not going to detail because I want to do my research before I give a critical review or a positive review or a negative review where this is concerned. Yesterday, the UNC went to Cuba to celebrate, to have a real fun time, to enjoy the powers of office, because let me tell you, office is sweet, you know. Whether you're doing nothing or you're doing something, office is sweet. If they'll tell you, oh, it's a sacrifice I am making because I used to make more money, blah, blah, blah. Listen, that is old talk. That is blow-nose talk. You know what I'm saying? In office, you might be making less money, yes, if you're honest like me, in the sense that you ain't taking no bribe and you ain't getting no kickback. If you ain't doing that, if you're the office, you're getting kickback and bribe, you're making more money than you ever made in your entire life. But if you're not taking kickback and bribery, then yes, you may be making a sacrifice in terms of your income. But the perks that goes with office, the kind of feel that you have, that if you go to the airport, somebody there to give you protocol, somebody there to take you in the VIP, somebody there to beat you when you come in. If you go in your office, yes, minister, if police thing, you have to say according to which office you hold, you have police security and protection. Office have its own area of so there's no big, don't total sacrifice that people want you to believe is a sacrifice. Yeah, there's sacrifice. But I was a counselor, and I was in charge of looking at I was going to fight for municipal police to get police uniform and also getting $1,000. You know what I'm saying? And this thing about the division between municipal police and central police or national police, I don't see no much division because they all fall under the ambit of the commissioner, and that's the truth. How could my staff be seconded to run the thing if there wasn't under one ambit where you can be seconded or whatever arrangements can be made for him to go there? I am saying yes, but you know what, Khadija, my friend, you have set a new standard. Yes, a new standard. You have set a new standard by the, I'm not sure if you did it, by the removal of the person in charge of the municipal police because of this infraction, because of this serious situation. In terms of, again, we send our condolences to the Ellerslie family, to the Eversley family, sorry. We send our condolences. But the person who is in charge have been removed. It means that there's a major fraction in any division where the senior officer ought to, because this is not a precedent set. If there's a major fraction where there seems to be negligence or non-accountability, then the senior officer could and must be removed. Also, if there's a bigger overall infraction, then the commissioner could also be sent on this type of leave. It is a precedent now set in the country, and something which we must look at thoroughly. Thoroughly, I'm saying to you, we must look at it thoroughly. So, at the end of the day, it is what it is. I urge every one of you to stand firm, to stand strong, to stand for our country. I'm the leader of the grassroots, and I will give advice to the Prime Minister, the opposition leader, the THS Chief Secretary, to the leader of the Tobago People's National Movement. I will give advice as the grassroots leader, because the grassroots, as the leader of the grassroots, I want to make sure that the grassroots are always taken into consideration, because the nation cannot spin and turn without the grassroots. Some of you all want to ignore we who are grassroots, but I'm telling you, you'll ignore us no longer. No longer. So with that in mind, let me wish a number of my family who graduated with their master's degree, my niece, my brother's daughter, congratulations to you. You have now your master's in hand. My niece, my sister's daughter, you now have your master's in hand. Congratulations to you all. And those of you who have had a bachelor's and master's before, I say congratulations to all of you. Be strong, continue to be strong, continue to lead the way. Congratulations to each and every one of you. May God continue to bless you. May God continue to keep you. And may God continue to be merciful unto you. So to all my family, God's willing, may God protect you, bless you, and remove every stumbling block in your way. And also, may you do the right thing in the sight of God. All right? So with that in mind, Director, I will take the break now. What I will do, you will take the break. You will bring on Dr. Batson. After Dr. Batson, if I'm not ready, you'll put on some clips. Some of those clips to motivate, elevate, and show people situations. You put in those clips, and when I'm ready, you come on to me. And of course, last in the program, you will bring on Dr. James Clark, either live or, of course, as you know what to do, but we'll do something appropriate. So we have 2 doctors on the program today. So your health is your wealth. Don't ignore it at all. I thank you, Director. I'll take the break now. When we come back, we shall be live at either the Bon Accord voting station live. Jump on the plane now. Jump on the plane now. Live at the Bon Accord station, the Bon Accord voting station, the Bon Accord government school voting station. Listen, TNT, I love my country. Director, we'll come back live to see the voting. First time in the history of Tobago. TNT, I love my country.
Opportunities, security, and respect. The people want justice.
Looking for that perfect accommodation? Well, come to Caribbean Tourist Villa, located at number 7 Methuen Street, Port of Spain. All our rooms are equipped with AC, internet, and access to our lovely pool. Whether you're looking for a personal getaway or family accommodations, Caribbean Tourist Villa is exactly the place to be. Enjoy the ambience of staycation, luxurious rooms, and a well-trained staff. Call us now at 623-9164, 797-2858, or contact us at caribbeantourist.villa@gmail.com. Caribbean Tourist Villa, where your magical moments begin.
Welcome to the Big Mike Wellness Center, where your health and wellness is our top priority. We offer services that give you an in-depth understanding of exactly what your body may be going through. Our specialists are dedicated to guide you step by step on your journey to proper health. You can book an appointment via the link in our Instagram bio at bigmike.wellnesscenter or call or WhatsApp us at 346-2612 or 288-8301.
Looking for the perfect place to call home? Discover Hermosa Vista, East Trinidad's newest luxury townhouse development. Developed by Eastern Credit Union and meticulously managed by EPL Properties Limited, this remarkable new commercial and residential community, located along San Pedro Trace and Valencia, offers the perfect blend of convenience and style. Don't miss out on owning your dream home. Visit EPLPropertiesLimited.com or call 225-4375 extension 5324 or 5321 today. Hermosa Vista, where luxury meets convenience.
Welcome to From now until May 31st, double the deals and double the possibilities with Eastern Credit Union's Dream Deals.
Fuel your future with Dream Deals. Borrow smart. Dream bigger. Feel that freedom. Renovations. Education. Clear debt. Start investing. Double deal combos on your vision. No stressing. Fuel your future with Dream Deals. Borrow smart. Dream bigger.
Get a loan for repairs, education, or both. You can win cash and shares. Dream Deals from Eastern Credit Union, leading the way. Loan subject to approval. Normal lending criteria and special conditions apply. Promotion approved by the NLCB.
Welcome to Alicia's Palace, your gateway to relaxation, adventure, and excitement. Nestled in the picturesque Lady Chancellor Hills overlooking Port of Spain, we cater to both tourists and locals seeking an unforgettable staycation experience. Our rooms are designed to provide the utmost comfort, ensuring you have a restful and rejuvenating stay. Pamper yourself in our jacuzzi room or enjoy fun-filled moments in our 2 outdoor pools. You can unwind in our bar and lounge or embark on thrilling island tours and experiences. Planning a wedding or special function, our 300-capacity event facility is the ideal choice to create lasting memories with your loved ones. You can also choose from exciting packages like single day and overnight packages with your special someone. To book your tropical escape, call us at 624-8553 or WhatsApp 3173843. You can also email us at info@aliciaspalace.com or visit our website at aliciaspalace.com for more details.
Do you suffer from diabetes or high blood pressure or just in need of a general checkup? Look no further. Visit Batson & Associates Limited, your holistic health experts, for your personalized program of solutions with a range of premium products and services tailored to suit your needs. Come and experience transformative healing with our team of specialists in natural and integrative medicine. Visit us or give us a call today at 222-8261 or 314-9975 and begin your journey to optimal health. And remember, if you think health is expensive, try sickness.
New Day Alert, the voice of the people with Harvey R. Boris, is now on every Wednesday at 6:15 p.m. to 7:15 p.m. on I-95.5 FM. Tune in as he discusses current affairs and more. Do you want the truth? Can you handle the truth? I love my country, the voice of the people. Now, every Wednesday with Harvey R. Boris, only on I-95.5 FM.
Welcome to Caribbean Tourist Villa, your home away from home in the heart of Port of Spain. With over 25 years of trusted hospitality, Caribbean Tourist Villa has been a reliable choice for both business professionals and vacationers. Our guest rooms are thoughtfully equipped with all the essentials for a relaxing and productive stay, and our tranquil pool area is perfect for relaxation after a busy day. We've created the ideal space for you to relax, recharge, and enjoy. Give us a call to book your stay today.
We, the people. The people want hope, opportunities, security, and respect. The people want... We, the people. The people want hope, opportunities, security, and respect. The people want justice. The people want the truth.
I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
Hear the truth with Ombudsman Harvey R. Boris, the voice of truth. Can you handle the truth?
I love my country.
Thank you so very much. Thank you very much, Brother Boris. Always a pleasure to be in the company of Synergy, and thank you so very much for that. I tell people I love what I do, and because of that, I make sure that I am the best and get the results that that person's looking for. So we're discussing health. We're discussing health from a natural and integrated perspective. And the last discussion we had, there was a number of things that we touched on. We touched a bit on poor circulation. One of my areas of specialization is diabetes. I've been a diabetic consultant for well over 14 years now, and I've dealt with many different types of diabetics, whether type 1, type 2, juvenile diabetics, and so on and so forth. And one of the things I always tell persons is when you look at integrative medicine, which is where my area of specialization is, it's a matter of not necessarily treating a specific symptom, but really addressing the body from a root cause, from a holistic perspective, not necessarily treating the body as parts, but really treating the body in its entirety. And at the Integrative Medical Center, that is what we do at Batson and Associates. So you can feel free, the telephone numbers are there to give us a call and that type of thing. Now, the last discussion we had, I'm going to touch on two issues today, and one is the issue of renal failure or kidney failure, because a lot of persons do not know what really causes kidney failure, what causes renal failure. So we're going to speak on that in a little bit. And we're also going to speak about eye health. And I'll tell you why I'm speaking about eye health, simply because of the amount of diabetics that we currently have. Our population, it is said that 1/3 of our population is diabetic. And if you're looking at 1/3 of our population, you're looking at well over 500,000 people. That's a lot of persons to be diabetic. And we also have exceedingly high numbers with adolescent diabetics. So let's get down to the crux of the matter as regards to kidney and renal failure. So the thing is, renal failure, kidney failure is something that we are having a lot of these days. And in layman terms, what it really means is that when you have renal failure, it means there are certain functions that the kidney would normally perform that it is no longer able to perform successfully. So usually, apart from this test that you see to the back of me here, which is where we do live blood cell analysis, or what is known as integrative hematology, which is the study of blood, because blood in itself gives you a number of indications as regards to what is happening, what is going on in the body. You find with renal failure, they're going to normally look at certain things. So doctors will check your creatinine, which is a waste product of the kidney. They're also going to look at your bun, which is also a waste product of the kidney as well. And they're going to look at other aspects. So they're going to look at something known as your GFR, which stands for your glomerular filtration rate. And a glomerular filtration rate, it falls on a scale, and the scale is usually 1. So you have stage 1, which is kidney in very good order. Stage 2 is also very good as well. You have stage 3A, which is also good as well. But then you go down to 3B, 4, and 5. 3B, 4, and 5 especially are undesirable. The reason being is that it shows now that you're actually starting to lose kidney or renal function. One of the things that we do at Batson Associates, and we have had extensive experience in treating kidney patients, myself being the senior consultant in all of those cases, and we were actually able to bring persons from stage 5 and bring them up to stage 3. And this is documented information that we have here. We also had individuals, I remember in Tobago, I had someone who came who was early stage 5. So the stage 5 is usually 1 to 15. And that's the number in terms of the functionality of the kidney based on that GFR scale. Again, which stands for your glomerular filtration rate. Remember, in layman terms, the purpose of the kidney is to filter the blood. If your kidney is not working properly, you're going to end up with different issues. You're going to have problems with protein. You could have protein in your urine. You could have protein in the blood. There are a number of things that starts to go wrong when the renal function begins to disintegrate. Now, at Batson Associates, because our training and specialization is integrative medicine, or what is now recently called functional medicine, it is now simply a matter of not necessarily a plaster for every sore, but simply treating individuals differently and from a holistic perspective. And that is what it really involves. As regards to the original question as to what causes renal failure, I will tell you, if you're a diabetic, you are at a high likelihood of developing renal issues. However, what is not known to the mass population is that hypertension, especially pulmonary hypertension, because you have different types of hypertension. You have primary hypertension, you have secondary hypertension. You also have what is referred to as pulmonary hypertension. Pulmonary circulation is circulation above your heart. Anytime you're talking about pulmonary, it involves the lungs and the heart. So when you have pulmonary hypertension, which is actually the worst form of hypertension to have, in my humble opinion, because of what it has the ability to do, it means now that you are at a greater risk of becoming a renal patient. So if you have hypertension, the word of advice, apart from coming to Batson and Associates, is actually make sure and regularly monitor your blood pressure. So the responsible thing is to have a proper blood pressure monitor, and you make sure and test your blood pressure at least twice for the day. You can do it earlier in the morning and you can do it later in the evening. You try to do it around the same time, and you ensure that you record those numbers so that even when you go into the clinic, which a lot of you may attend, it is important that you can always speak to the doctor and show the doctor and say, listen to me, sir, ma'am, I've been testing my pressure on a daily basis at home, and these are the records that I have. When you do that now, you now make the medical professional job a lot easier, because they can actually see your blood pressure being monitored, because there's a term called white coat syndrome, which is basically a terminology where white coat doctors, so you have a syndrome. Whenever you're around a doctor, you get nervous, you get anxious. And of course, any nervousness and anxiety rather, in the body is going to manifest itself in an elevated vital or elevated blood pressure. So there are some people, they go to the doctor and their blood pressure would read 180 something over maybe 100 and something. But that's your anxiety. That's you being nervous that is actually causing that problem. But if you have medical records now, or empirical data, I should say rather, where you have your tests that is done over 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, then you can now show the medical professional and say, listen, this is what my pressure reads. Because I have had instances just up to recently that there was a client who came to us, and because of taking the blood pressure medication so much that was recommended based on what the doctor would have seen when they visited the clinic, they ended up in a situation where the blood pressure went too low. And then the doctor would have had to make different changes to the blood pressure medication. One of the things you'll always understand in medicine, and I tell people this over and over, I'm not in the politics of medicine. I'm not going to argue with anyone. My job is to get sick people better. End of discussion. Whether you think only medical doctors could do that, but there are many different facets of medicine. There are different medical protocols, especially now in the world that we live there. You know, you have so much medicine and information has evolved so much. Mankind has gained knowledge in so many different spheres, including spheres of medicine, where we now understand that it's not necessarily what doctor you need, but it is the doctor that you need for the particular point in time. And that's where Batson and Associates comes in. We are functional medicine, integrated medical practitioners. So if you have a problem with ulcerative colitis, we can help you with that. You have a problem with renal failure, we can help you with that. You have a problem with severe diabetic neuropathy. I was speaking about diabetic neuropathy yesterday. Diabetic neuropathy is one of the most annoying things diabetics could get. You know why? You have no feeling in your feet at all. So you have serious problems with pins and needles, cramping in your calves, burning under your feet. But in layman terms, your nerves are actually dying. But why is it that people end up with diabetic neuropathy? One reason and one reason only: poor circulation. Remember, when you have diabetics have significant poor circulation, all aspects of circulation can become poor in a diabetic. And poor peripheral circulation is the most important circulation, which is why you find diabetic men tend to have problems with erection and erectile dysfunction. That's nothing to be ashamed about. It is a fact that if you're a diabetic, that is something that you can experience. But there are a number of ways that once you understand the problem in its entirety and you understand the problem from its core aspect, you're now able to make necessary changes. So for those of you who may have issues associated with that, feel free to give us a call or visit. Again, those locations, we are located at number 98 Main Road, Londonville, Chaguanas. That WhatsApp number is there. You can WhatsApp us on any of the numbers that you see there, as well as 314-9975. Debe is the corner of Ramsamud Trace and the SS Erin Main Road in Debe, as well as Red Edge Mall. If you want an open clinic day, because we actually have appointments available in St. James, that is tomorrow, please God, and Debe on Saturday, please God, and then of course you have those additional clinics. You could always visit us on our social media platforms. We are Batson and Associates Limited on Facebook. On Instagram, we are Batson and Associates TT. On YouTube, we are Batson and Associates Trinidad. And on TikTok, we are Batson and Associates. You're listening to Dr. Jason Batson, the Senior Medical Director at Batson and Associates. And we're discussing health. So we touched on kidneys, we touched on hypertension, we touched on diabetes. So let me touch on persons who have problems with stomach issues. So we're talking about the gastrointestinal system here. So inflammatory bowel conditions, because this is a question that was actually asked on the last program. And one of the questions was, what causes inflammatory bowel conditions? Now, the term inflammatory bowel conditions is a general term, but you have specific inflammatory bowel conditions. Example, you have Crohn's, you have IBS, which is irritable bowel syndrome. You have a condition known as diverticulitis. Usually, if you do a colonoscopy, the doctor or medical professional who would do the colonoscopy is going to give you a report. A lot of times when you do colonoscopy, doctors can see polyps in you. They usually remove the polyps, and they would, of course, send the polyps for testing to determine, do a biopsy to make sure that it's not cancerous, and so on. Good, but if you're having problems with where you have been diagnosed with irritable bowel syndrome, and when you look at the symptomology associated with that, so constipation, and keep in mind that constipation does not necessarily mean lack of going to the washroom. You could go to the washroom 10 times for the day and still be constipated. Because when you look at what proper bowel movement entails, there are a number of things that determine proper bowel movement. The size of your stool, the consistency of your stool. Color is debatable because it depends on what you eat. If you eat beetroot, you find your stool is going to be a little reddish in color. If you eat something with a lot of green. So color, because they usually tell you color of cardboard, consistency of toothpaste, the size of a banana. So if it is you're going to the washroom and you're seeing pencil business and marker size business, you're seeing things like goat stool, then definitely in problems there. But then you have persons who are the other extreme. So you could actually have a situation where you actually have diarrhea stool for an extended period of time. And usually you find people who suffer with IBS or people who have irritable Crohn's and different inflammatory bowel conditions. Most of the time the treatment protocol is going to be steroids. Now, as a medical professional for the past 15 years, one of the things I could tell you is that when you're dealing with gastrointestinal problems, you need to deal with them from the root aspect, like with everything else. So what do I mean by that? What you have to do, you hear people talk about the gut microbiome, you hear people speak about gut health. And, that's big news now. What you have to understand is that when your gut health is compromised, it requires some work to fix that and put things back in place. And that, of course, is where Batson & Associate comes in. So feel free again to give us a call or visit, check out those clinics, check out those great products that we have. ProNerve, really good product as it relates to sleep, as it relates to joint mobility. Inflammation formula is also a product you could check out as well. Keep in mind those social media handles. You can find us. We are Batson & Associates Limited on Facebook. On Instagram, we are Batson & Associates TT. On YouTube, we are Batson & Associates Trinidad. And on TikTok, we are Batson & Associates. So let me show you something here. And, one of the things that we do at Batson & Associates is integrative blood hematology or integrative hematology. So let me just touch on that quickly. Let's say you're suffering from Alzheimer's. So I had someone recently who came, they had Alzheimer's. I had someone a while ago who had Parkinson, very bad. And one of the things I told them is that when we did the analysis and the consultant did the integrative hematology test for me, and I was doing the review and I looked at it, what really stood out in my mind is that this person had a lot of gut bacteria. They had a lot of candida, like it was chronic candiditis. And if you understand pathogens, all pathogens are either bacteria, virus, protozoa, fungus, or worms. Now, the thing with pathogens, remember, all pathogens or all living organisms do what? They eat and they excrete. So listen carefully. They eat, so they consume nutrients. So the food that you're taking in, they're actually consuming it, and then they're actually stooling in different parts of your body. Now, what that could cause is something known as neurotoxins. Prefix neuro in this case, nerve, toxins, poison. So essentially that's what is happening. Because of all the excretory matter that all these pathogens are actually doing, think about it. Because we're not talking about hundreds, we're not speaking about thousands, We're not speaking about millions. We're speaking about billions, possibly trillions. So if all of these things are in your intestine, your gut microbiome could never be healthy. That is why when you look at cancer patients, and cancer is always a very controversial topic. We have a lot of cancer. We're seeing a lot of cancer cases now, especially colorectal, prostate, and men, you have no reason to die with prostate cancer. The problem with a lot of us men is that we do not go and check ourselves out. And there are non-invasive ways of testing your prostate. If it is, there are nobody that has to necessarily do a digital exam on you. I mean, the urologists, in the world of urology, there's a lot of debate as to whether a digital exam is really a viable exam. One of my questions is everybody have different sense of touch. So if a person examine you and 15 other people examine you, would he tell you the same thing? Right? But there are different types of tests. You have PSAs, which is the prosthetic specific antigen. You have prostate ultrasounds. I like the prostate ultrasound, quite frankly. And I also like the live nutritional blood cell analysis and that magnetic resonance analysis scan. So you can feel free to check us out again. We are Batson & Associates Limited, your functional medicine specialist. Those telephone numbers, again, you can WhatsApp us on 314. Again, that's 314-9975. Those locations, we are at number 98 Main Road, Londonville, Chaguanas. We have a sign, you guys. And you can also check us in Davie. We are at the corner of Ramsonwood Trace and the SS Erin Main Road in Davie. Red Edge Mall, Western Main Road, St. James, and of course Tobago. Tobago is the Triangle Building in Scarborough, Tobago. As we always say at Batson & Associates, if you think health is expensive, try sickness. If you think education is expensive, try ignorance. Synergy, take care of yourself. God bless. And remember, do something on a daily basis to make a healthier you. Get our shoes. Start to do some walking, some exercise. Take care, guys. God bless.
We, the people. The people want hope, opportunities, security, and respect. The people want justice. The people want the truth.
I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
Hear the truth with Ombudsman Harvey R. Boris. The voice of truth. Can you handle the truth?
I love my country. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I'm here now at the Bonaccord Primary School, the Bonaccord School here in Tobago. And since I'm here, the voting, people have been coming steady. There's steady voting, people coming through steady. As the case, cars are arriving all the time. We are seeing a number of cars arriving all the time. Cars are parked up all over the place. And we are seeing the number of people who are here. People are coming in by the droves, by the numbers to vote. I did not expect such a heavy turnout as I've seen. I've seen the number of people coming out, the number of things that have been taking place here, the number of situations. I've seen it all. I'm telling you, the turnout is looking like it will be a very good turnout. Looking so at this location, it's looking like it will be a very good turnout as the case may be. So I'm now walking in, and you're seeing a number of things, a number of people coming in as the case may be, coming to vote, coming to as you see cars after cars are coming in, more and more cars are arriving as the case may be, in respect of the voting situation, in respect of how it is, as the case, more and more cars are coming in, and we are seeing here, as we look around, and we're seeing the number of cars just coming into the polling station, is car after car after car. There's a steady flow of people coming to the polling station here in the Bonaccord polling division. Car after car after car after car is coming in, and you're seeing the people coming to do their vote to make sure that this election is free and that their voices are heard, and that there's just whoever they want to support, they're able to support as the case may be. And this is what we are talking about. This is what we are asking about as the case may be. And we are talking to ensure that you are able to get, as much coverage as possible in terms of the people. We are seeing what's going on. We are hearing the people are coming in, and one thing we can see, and I would not here ask persons to vote right or left, black or white, up or down, because it will be inappropriate. We are just here to cover the turnout of people at the Bonaccord School. At the Bonaccord School, we are seeing the number of turnout and the number of people who are here, who are showing their vote. People come out to vote. They are here by the numbers, and we are seeing a number of persons who are come out to vote to make sure that the vote is counted, and we are happy with the turnout at this point in time. It means that the democracy, both from party politics and otherwise, is alive, as the case may be. And let me see if I can speak to somebody just to ask them how the voting has been for the morning. I will look around to see if I can speak with anyone. There are people coming, people are going, and let me see. Oh, how are you, sir? How are you, sir? Okay, let me look at gentleman here. Let me ask this gentleman. Oh, sir, you are live on St. G television, and we want to ask you the question, as the case may be. How was the voting? How has the voting gone for the morning? Give us an update as the case may be.
I think the voting has been a smooth process. This morning we had a cadre of people who came in and made the decision for the People's National Movement in different categories, and I think everything running smooth so far. The countdown is here, and we have two wonderful candidates. My candidate of preference for the political leader is Mr. Kelvin Morris. I am also the winner for the treasurer. I hope I am successful. But at the end of the day, we have to come together as one PNM to make sure that 2030 we prepare for that success. So now it's just the teething and the prepping of the soil, and after this is fertilization and growth of the party, unity and coming together and camaraderie for the People's National Movement. So now I think that the people, everybody, have a decision in their minds when they come here, and they would make sure that they go and do what they have to do, and after that we would have to come together and bring the pieces together and make one stronger PNM for 2030.
Well, I don't know you personally, but let me ask the question. You said that you're one of the candidates, but did you ever serve in Tobago at any level?
Yeah, I'm the former assemblyman for Canaan Bonaccord, the same district. I served from 2017 to 2021, and I think I did a wonderful job as an assemblyman, as well as a businessman as well. So I'm bringing my expertise to the party, with the financial structures and stuff. I have transparency, honesty, accountability in my genes, and I know I will be able to apply it to the People's National Movement for us to be stronger. Stronger party for 2020.
And just for the listening audience, give us your name again, and give us your name and tell us how the campaign, in terms of the campaign, and how has it been for the last 2 or 3 weeks?
I don't think we had a campaign. It's just that we had a team, a structure, and with a structure, I think if you have a good structure and a draft, I think that with that draft and that structure, I think that is the better approach to any business, because the business of a country, which is the biggest business in any island, is government business. And if you don't have a proper structure, we have a plan for it, then you could be in some trouble. So we have a structure. Kelvin Morris team has a structure, have a plan, have a team, and together as the coat of arms has, together we aspire, together we achieve, and we achieve success and greatness for the People's National.
So you see, right after this election, the entire party in Tobago will come back as one. Well, there's still one, but that unity will be really pushed forward to ensure that there's greater strength in the party.
Well, I have a mantra by saying live good, and I think being the treasurer, my aim is not just to raise funds and get money to strengthen the party. I think that I am there. I have friends on both sides. I think I can be a great asset for the party to strengthen the party and bring back the stability to the People's National Movement. I have friends on Ms. Kocho's side. Ms. Kocho and I are good people. Hey, my brother. And on my side, we have good people as well. The party is a good party. It's just that we need that love and unity. And I think, and I would say plain, the party did some errors before. And, as you go along in any structure, any organization, you will have errors. And I think that those areas are for us to learn. And now from learning 15 nil, we will come back with that strong and better.
Excellent. We thank you once more for giving us your time. Yeah. And we wish you all the best. I wish all the best, all the candidates, all the best. And may the best candidates win, because this is not about campaigning, this is about ensuring that it's covered and there's a proper democracy.
Remember when you go to Storby, you cannot ride jet ski. So,
definitely, I done with that. For the time being.
You should ride, but you cannot ride at the moment. So, I just want to make sure when you go to the beach, you go and soak in the salt and rejuvenate yourself.
Definitely.
When you go to Pigeon Point and Storby, as we have Nolan Hercules here, you call him Pin, right? When you go on his reef boat and you go to the Nylon Pool, you get 5 years younger. So if you go on his boat 5 times, that's 25 years taken off.
So, Mr. Pin, can we say hello to you live on TV?
Yes, Mr. Boris.
Yeah, listen, so we are here with Mr. Pin. Of course, people call him Pins. Roland Batiste, is it?
Nolan Hercules.
Nolan Hercules, sorry. Nolan Hercules. Yeah, he's here with us, and we want to ask him this question. Mr. Hercules, we want to ask this question. How you are here to vote, and tell the nation how you felt about this whole campaign, this whole elections.
Well, PNM kind of disappoint me, why I say that. We PNM, we're fighting against ourselves. We never used to do it in the past. And so long as we overcome fighting among ourselves, we go on clear again, right? They have 2 beautiful candidates. If they could have tied without goal difference and they both of them share, I would appreciate it. Because honestly speaking, I say, you could tie a thing and they share it. If those 2 candidates could have tied, they're so great that they could have tied.
If you can tell, you have loved that.
I would have loved that and both of them share it half and half, but it cannot happen. So,
But you as a businessman on the island, how is business going to be at this point in time?
Well, my business, the only thing that helps me, I have plenty business. So when I put all of them together, they come as one. But for me, business ends so good. Because the amount that I have, when all of them come in, they look like something good. But if I had 1 or 2, I would have been in trouble.
Very well.
I nothing worries me, so long as I have health and strength.
Fantastic.
When I wake in the morning, now I go with it.
Fantastic indeed. Right? Well, I want to really wish you all the best and all success, and I'm hoping that you are able to go from strength to strength as we cover and we see what's going on right here. Can we say hello? Can we say hello to the former Chief Secretary? So we are here to thank you, sir. Yeah, you are a business person who I have great respect for. Thank you, Mr. Former, Mr. Ansel. Just quickly. As we are live here, we have Mr. Ansel. We have Mr. Ansel who is here with us, and we want to say hello to him. Mr. Ansel, you are here to vote, or you're just passing through?
Not here to vote.
You are here to vote. Tell us your thoughts about how the election went and what is happening so far.
I think so far so good. I've been hearing of a good turnout, a strong turnout thus far. There were some challenges in the process, but all of that is part of the course. So I'm here to cast my vote, and I'm looking forward to the end of this exercise.
And when does the exercise finish? What time?
Well, voting closes at 6 p.m. But I don't expect any results until either very late this evening or maybe tomorrow.
So after everything, would everybody be gathering at Balize House, or would everybody go out to respective locations?
I'm not sure. It's up to the various teams and candidates to do what they want to do during the count.
Well, and let me tell you, since I'm here, observing, I've seen, I'm overwhelmed with the turnout I saw today. So tell me, is it that there's a rejuvenation in respect to the support for the PNM?
Well, in my view, as long as you have a competitive race like you're having now, where you have for leadership, Mr. Morris coming up against Mrs. Kojo Lewis. So as long as you have that competitive element in the process, then you're most likely going to have a strong turnout as we're having now.
I must ask you this question. When you were Chief Secretary, first of all, nobody thought that you would have been as dynamic as you were in terms of your leadership. As you can remember, you came in through a certain, how it happened. Tell me, in terms of, you have now shown that skill, what, in terms of your future involvement, what do you see for yourself?
Well, as it relates to politics, that's always unpredictable. But for now, I've decided to step back. As you can see, I did not contest the leadership or any position on the party's executive. But I intend to assist wherever possible, wherever I'm required, to ensure that we continue this process of building the PNM and ensuring that we continue to have a very stable and effective contribution to the development of Tobago and to this country. So I'm not going to disappear totally. As the former leader, I will ensure that we have a smooth transition. I will ensure that the former executive will meet with the new executive to ensure we have a smooth transition this time around.
Excellent indeed. And let me tell you, I saw some wonderful pictures of you, and is it your children?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So to me, like you're really getting, heavily involved in that whole thing of family and that situation. How has it been? How was the vibes? How are the vibes?
So far, so good. It's always a pleasure being a father. With 3 children now, the youngest being 2, the eldest 10. So yeah, I enjoy that aspect of my life. I consider it my most important contributions, fatherhood, and ensuring that my offspring are placed on the right path and kept there. As the Bible says, train up a child in the way he should grow.
Excellent.
They will never depart from it.
So to Trinidad and Tobago and in particular Tobago, give the nation your closing comment.
I would say these are challenging times, but they are not insurmountable, the challenges, and as long as we continue to, as far as possible, remain united as a country, which is always difficult given our history, our politics, and so on. But it's important for us to be as united as possible, especially given the global challenges that we're experiencing at this time. From a PNM standpoint, I will say to the members of the PNM, even more so now, that we need to unite at the national level and at the Tobago level. And I'm looking forward to a more cohesive PNM from the base to the leadership as we move forward during this period.
Thank you ever so much, Kelvin. Thank you very much indeed. We just heard from the former Chief Secretary himself, giving some words of counsel, some words of advice, looking forward to ensuring that the People's National Movement come back as in terms of your united force, looking short that everything comes perfect. We are walking through and we are saying hello and hi, as we are saying to see what has happened and the transformation. So we will leave it here at that. We thank you very much. At the end of the day, we are hoping that everything continue to go well. We're hoping that everything continue to be successful. We hope everything continue to be wonderful. We hope everything continue to be a beautiful settings as we look forward, as we see how things are. As we look at the whole development here, I will show you a shot of behind me of the car park is literally full at this point in time. The car park is literally full. So you can see the car park is literally full. I will try to show you some of the pictures behind me. And you're seeing where at the end of the day you're seeing where the cars are, and people are still coming in, just flowing in, and the election is taking place at a full speed. And we want to wish the 2 candidates who are going for political leader, we want to wish them all the best. We wish all the candidates all the best. We want to hope that this will continue to bring people together, bring the party together, and indeed ensure that Tobago is under good leadership. We want to thank those who we spoke with and who were able to give us, including the former Chief Secretary who came and who came to vote and stopped to say hello, and of course to give his side in terms of what he feels and what he for the future of the party. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you very much. We will go to a repeat of one of my shows, and then we'll have Dr. James Clark. We'll have Dr. James Clark who will come on the program to give you some fresh health tips. Don't you go anywhere. Again, this is Harvey Boris, the leader of the grassroots, the people's ambassador, reporting right here from Tobago, right here at the Bon Accord School, where the voting is rapid, voting is strong, and people are coming out, and more coming out, as the case may be. It shows that indeed democracy is alive, and people are in a highly contested contest in terms of leadership. People are excited about what's going on, and people are coming out in the large numbers. So thank you very much. Good day. Remember, if you need good accommodation, contact Caribbean Tourist Villa at the telephone number 623-9164, 627-5423, and WhatsApp on 797-2858. And remember also, if you need to contact the manager between the hours of 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., Monday to Friday, call 271-8435. That's 271-8435. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been a privilege. It has been a pleasure speaking with you. As you see the situation here, as we close off our view of this situation. Thank you. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you very much.
Want the truth.
I want the truth. handle the truth.
Hear the truth with Ombudsman Harvey R. Boris, the voice of truth. Can you handle the truth?
I love my country.
Looking for that perfect accommodation? Well, come to Caribbean Tourist Villa, located at number 7 Methuen Street, Port of Spain. All our rooms are equipped with AC, internet, and access to our lovely pool. Whether you're looking for a personal getaway or family accommodations, Caribbean Tourist Villa is exactly the place to be. Enjoy the ambience of staycation, luxurious rooms, and a well-trained staff. Call us now at 623-9164, 797-2858, or contact us at CaribbeanTouristVilla@gmail.com. Caribbean Tourist Villa, where your magical moments begin.
Welcome to the Big Mike Wellness Center, where your health and wellness is our top priority. We offer services that give you an in-depth understanding of exactly what your body may be going through. Our specialists are dedicated to guide you step by step on your journey to proper health. You can book an appointment via the link in our Instagram bio at bigmike.wellnesscenter or call or WhatsApp us at 346-2612 or 288-8301.
Looking for the perfect place to call home? Discover Hermosa Vista, East Trinidad's newest luxury townhouse development. Developed by Eastern Credit Union and meticulously managed by EPL Properties Limited, this remarkable new commercial and residential community, located along San Pedro Trace in Valencia, offers the perfect blend of convenience and style. Don't miss out on owning your dream home. Visit EPLPropertiesLimited.com or call 225-4375 extension 5324 or 5321 today. Hermosa Vista, where luxury meets convenience.
Welcome to Alicia's Palace, your gateway to relaxation, adventure, and excitement. Nestled in the picturesque Lady Chancellor Hills overlooking Port of Spain, we cater to both tourists and locals seeking an unforgettable staycation experience. Our rooms are designed to provide the utmost comfort, ensuring you have a restful and rejuvenating stay. Pamper yourself in our jacuzzi room or enjoy fun-filled moments in our 2 outdoor pools. You can unwind in our bar and lounge or embark on thrilling island tours and experiences. Planning a wedding or special function? Our 300-capacity event facility is the ideal choice to create lasting memories with your loved ones. You can also choose from exciting packages like single day and overnight packages with your special someone. To book your tropical escape, call us at 624-8553 or WhatsApp 3173843. You can also email us at info@aliciaspalace.com or visit our website at aliciaspalace.com for more details.
Do you suffer from diabetes or high blood pressure or just in need of a general checkup? Look no further. Visit Batson & Associates Limited, your holistic health experts, for your personalized program of solutions with a range of premium products and services tailored to suit your needs. Come and experience transformative healing with our team of specialists in natural and integrative medicine. Visit us or give us a call today at 222-8261 or 314-9975 and begin your journey to optimal health. And remember, if you think health is expensive, try sickness.
From now until May 31st, double the deals and double the possibilities with Eastern Credit Union's Dream Deals.
Fuel your future with Dream Deals. Borrow smart. Dream bigger. Feel that freedom. Renovations. Education. Clear debts. Start investing. Double deal combos on your vision. No stress with future with dream deals. Borrow smart, dream bigger.
Get a loan for repairs, education, or both. You can win cash and shares. Dream deals from Eastern Credit Union, leading the way. Loan subject to approval. Normal lending criteria and special conditions apply. Promotion approved by the NLCB.
New Day Alert, the voice of the people with Harvey R.
Welcome to Caribbean Tourist Villa, your home away from home in the heart of Port of Spain. With over 25 years of trusted hospitality, Caribbean Tourist Villa has been a reliable choice for both business professionals and vacationers. Our guest rooms are thoughtfully equipped with all the essentials for a relaxing and productive stay, and our tranquil pool area is perfect for relaxation after a busy day. We've created the ideal space for you to relax, recharge, and enjoy. Give us a call to book your stay today.
Absolutely great. Trinidad and Tobago. Our country needs prayer. Our country needs commitment. Our country needs people who truly care about this place. People like Jenny, Fuan, my researcher, and many, 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 many more. And my friend Vishnu, he truly cares about this country. I always must give credit to my good friend Vishnu. At the end of the day, it is for us to make this country a better place. It's for us to improve this country. It's for us to make this place something that we can truly call home. It is really up to us to make it better. I hope that we can come together and make this country a better place. My hope is that we will do what we can to truly improve this land. We will do what we can to make it second to none. We will do what we can to improve as much as we can. We will do what we can. Ladies and gentlemen, a Canopia hairdresser was found dead. Hours after a heated breakup with her boyfriend over her pregnancy. I don't know, I did a whole segment on life. And I told people we have to try to be strong and reach out for each other. Now, I don't know what's going on deep down in your heart. None of us can know. But we can try to see if we can try to feel that person's pain or stress or regrets. It's not so much, almost about right and wrong. It's not always that, you know. Sometimes it's just about reaching out, embracing someone and saying, listen, I'm here for you in a genuine way. Not I'm here for you, I'm trying to take advantage of the person, no. But I'm here for you because at the end of the day, now, this is about the 4th or 5th suicide. In a few days, look what the date when it happened was on the 17th of April. This happened. We're now aware of it. On the 17th of April, this happened. Allegedly, it is said that she and her boyfriend had a heated argument over her alleged pregnancy. That heated argument went on for a while, and then he left the house and went And when he came back, the door was locked. He used his spare key to get into the house. On entering the house, he saw her hanging from one of the open doors. She used something right there to hang herself, allegedly so. This is what is reported. People are going through stressful times. If she's a hairdresser and making her own little money, if she's in love with this guy, if she became pregnant, what could be the cause of them arguing over the pregnancy? Was it a level of uncertainty? I don't know the cause. All I do know, it is alleged that she took it on so much that she took her own life. Ladies and gentlemen, I played you something about suicide before. Director, you can find any of those clips? But I want to emphasize how important it is to really reach out and be our brother's keeper. How important it is to really understand that people are going through terrible times in this land. How important it is to understand and to see what's going on for you and me. How important it is to recognize what's going on. Ladies and gentlemen, it is not an easy time, but it's a time for us to really be our brother's keeper, our sister's keeper, our neighbors, our cousins, our friends, our family. We have to look out for each other, yes. It's a horrible time in terms of relationships and how people are being annihilated. It's a horrible time. It's a terrible time. While this is on the screen, there was a hit and run. A woman who was married for 45 years, I think she was going back by the church, or they came from some little outing, and a vehicle just lick her down, kill her. The vehicle never stopped. Then the person went and gave up themselves. I don't know if they waited until they were sober to do the giving up. I don't know. But this woman is now dead. Her husband now remains without a wife. It's just on and on and on and on. It's just too much. It's just a little too much at this point in time. So, I urge people, I urge all of us to reach out to each other, because we are going through difficult times. I don't know how much to emphasize what I'm saying. We're going through difficult times. Please be your brother, keeper, your sister, your cousin, your aunt, your niece, your nephew, your son, your daughter, your grandpa, grandma, your cousin, your friend, your neighbor, your co-worker. We need to do this now. 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 So I give you this, I show you these clips. Let it be of inspiration, motivation, and guidance as to what to do in times if you express or you see something that you need to act upon. Director, bring it on.
Why? Every time a suicide happens, we are left asking, why? The truth is, we often can't narrow it down to just one single why. But it's also true that there are many ways forward. When it comes to reducing the rate of suicide in our communities, CDC has identified key strategies we can take to prevent suicide. These science-backed strategies include creating strong financial and environmental conditions by building up economic supports, stable housing, and communities, by reducing access to lethal means among people at risk, and boosting access to care and social connections, by teaching coping and problem-solving skills through learning and educational programs, and providing support for individuals and survivors by responding to and following up after a crisis. When it comes to suicide, there's more than just one why. And when it comes to suicide prevention, there's more than just one way. There are many ways we can work together to apply these strategies and prevent suicide. To learn more about strategies for comprehensive suicide prevention, Go to cdc.gov/suicide/prevention.
Nearly 50,000 people in the U.S. die by suicide every year. That's at least 134 lives every day. And for each suicide death, there are many more people who attempt or seriously consider attempting suicide. That's what this pressing public health challenge looks like. But research has shown us what suicide prevention looks like too. To prevent suicide, we need a comprehensive approach. A comprehensive approach means reducing risk factors. It means intervening when the risk is high. It means supporting survivors, and more. Comprehensive suicide prevention means all of the above. Because no single strategy, program, or approach can solve this problem. But when we bring it all together, we have comprehensive suicide prevention. And that's how we can meaningfully reduce the rate of suicide in communities across the country. To learn more about suicide prevention strategies, go to
We all face difficult times, and an estimated 1 in 5 of us will have suicidal thoughts at some point in our lives. Suicidal feelings can be very hard to talk about. They can leave you feeling hopeless and isolated. But there are warning signs that we can all look out for in others, such as significant changes in behaviour or expressions of hopelessness and despair. It can feel scary to say the word suicide, but if you're concerned about someone, asking directly about suicide in a compassionate way is the right thing to do. Asking directly about suicide can really help a person feel supported, and don't worry, asking directly won't encourage someone to start thinking about suicide if they weren't already having suicidal thoughts. If that person is feeling suicidal, then you can use the Stop Suicide Ask acronym to guide you through the next steps. Our first impulse, when faced with the situation, is to find a solution. But just actively listening to someone tell their story in their own time is likely to bring them relief. The next step is to work together to plan how to keep the person safe. Most people who are having suicidal thoughts are not at immediate risk of suicide. But if you feel that the person's life is at risk right now, then call 999. Working together on a simple, written safety plan can be a useful way to support someone. This includes agreeing steps to keep the person safe right now, such as contact with helplines and other professional services. Also, supporting the individual to have open conversations with trusted family and friends about how they are feeling, and agreeing positive activities that they can do that will help them to relax. Agreeing ways to remove dangers which could cause harm, and substances such as drugs and alcohol is also important. Developing this plan together in a collaborative way, rather than taking over, is key to ensuring the safety plan does what it's meant to do, helping to make the person feel safe and supported, even in times of crisis. Asking someone directly about suicide and supporting them to find ways to stay safe is a potentially life-saving intervention. But it doesn't make you responsible for what happens next. It's really important to know your limitations and be kind to yourself. Looking after yourself after supporting someone who is suicidal is vital. Find ways to relax and de-stress that work for you, such as the 5 ways to well-being. Remember, next time you think someone might be feeling suicidal, just ask. For more resources and
suicidal. So please, lend a hand. Someone might need your help. Someone might just need your assistance. It might even be you. But God is good. Keep the faith. Life is good. There's still much more for you on this earth. So stay strong. Stay strong. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'll try to see if I can play this as a news item from TV6 this morning on the Morning Edition. I found that the interview with Mr. Williams this morning was a good interview, a strong interview. I know there's some little technical things we have to look at, but at the end of the day, I'm playing as a news clip because I think it's important for us to understand the challenges we have right now with crime. And this former commissioner, he was a commissioner, he wasn't all that successful, but I think his views and expressions today are extremely important as to what we ought to do and how we need to look at the whole situation and the whole curing or improving and analyzing and causing a proper effect where crime is concerned. So, Director, let us bring on former Commissioner of Police, Stephen Williams. Director, are you ready? Bring him on.
Friends and co-workers of Corporal Eversley, who has actually been killed in such brutal circumstances at the municipal police station in San Fernando.
Yeah. Mr. Williams, you know, I was discussing earlier that how has this impacted at all the trust and confidence in the police service? As I said earlier, you know, I think that there was an attempt to make a distinction between municipal police and regular police, but what has the impact been?
For the public, there is no distinction. Once you are police in gray and blue, you are police.
Extensionist Mascara by L'Oreal Paris. Lashes.
Police officers fall under the general responsibility, control, and direction of the Commissioner of Police. So making any, what I could call theoretical distinction is really irrelevant.
Yeah. So yesterday, the police commissioner of Trinidad and Tobago, he would have spoken, and we did say this morning, and since yesterday, we know about the efforts that the police commissioner and the entire team, when I say team, all of the police officers who have been involved in this investigation. But again, there is some confusion, and I say confusion because the police commissioner, up to this time, he doesn't know how many guns would have been taken, and I see that the head of the municipal police, Officer Sagram Singh, he is saying, well, it could be over 100. I see where the police commissioner is saying, well, 38 firearms have already been seized or recovered, 929 rounds of ammunition out of 4,000. How, because I think, is it that members of the public, citizens are expecting too much from the police too quickly as it relates to this investigation, Mr. Williams?
Well, the public expectation would be extremely high because once a large number of firearms are taken out of a police station and now into the general environment, that would be a great concern for the public. So the public expect that those firearms should be recovered instantly. I would say that the police service has responded, I would put it in this way, deliberately, speedily, and successfully, because within a 24-hour period to be able to recover 38 firearms, in my opinion, is a success. And I will commend the Commissioner of Police and his team for the work that they have done in recovering those firearms. We do hope that they could continue in the same vein and recover all the firearms that were taken out of that municipal police station.
Yeah. I want to ask you this question, and I would have asked former Minister in the Ministry of National Security, Keith Scotland, that same question this morning. But the amount of of weapons that we are hearing, or that is being reported, that were being kept at this municipal police station, as a citizen, Mr. Williams, I find that this was just a large cache of weapons at a municipal police station. Do you have any concerns about this at all?
Well, somewhere I was getting the information in the public domain that the ACP, Sagram Singh, had indicated that weapons from other municipal locations are also stored at that municipal station because of its, I would say, security arrangement with the bunkering and things like that. And if that is correct, then that will generally account for the large number at that one location.
Yeah. You know, over the years, Mr. Williams, and even during your time as police commissioner, there has been this talk about rogue police officers who have been really giving the police service a bad name. From what we are seeing and what is being reported and from what is being confirmed, it would appear that there are some persons who would have had a working relationship with this police officer, as the Prime Minister would have described it yesterday. It was a betrayal. Do you have a perspective on that at all?
Well, my view is that a criminal in police uniform is the worst criminal the society can face. And in this particular instance, there are clear indicators that criminals in uniform are involved. This incident is unprecedented. I can't recall in my lifetime.
Crafted from
where police guns in large quantity have been taken from a police station anywhere in Trinidad and Tobago. This bears great concern as to, I would call, revisiting the arrangement with the protection and security of firearms and ammunition, not only limited to the municipal police, but extend to the entire Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. So that is critical. They say when your neighbor house is on fire, you have to wet yours. The Trinidad and Tobago Police Service has to take immediate action also to address the security of weapons at police stations, because you really would not want in our lifetime a recurrence of an incident like this one.
But you know, Mr. Williams, and I was having this discussion last night, and the excuse me, the conversation was about, well, you could put steel doors, you can put a lot of devices, you could put cameras, all sorts of things in place. But again, in this situation, it appears that, again, there was a working relationship between the officer Eversley and persons that she would have worked with, persons that she was familiar with. And in light of that, how do you deal with those types of officers? Is the suggestion greater vetting, continuous monitoring? What's the solution to that?
Well, there's no easy fix, but it is a broad-based system to address the issue of our police service, whether it's at municipal level or the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service level, being infiltrated by criminals. And in those circumstances, it has to do with the recruitment and selection process. It has to do with the vetting process. It has to do with the support of the general public in the process. I would give you an example. When you are recruiting officers, one of the items is about visiting community where they reside or where they work and those type of stuff, and interviewing persons in relation to their background. What you find culturally in Trinidad and Tobago, people do not share bad information. They will refrain from sharing the information that they have about individuals because in simple language, I can't give them a work, so I'm not saying anything bad. But the implications of that is that we, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, we know before a person enters the police service, we know what kind of person that is. They are living in our community. We have a strong appreciation of their background, and we know for a fact that is not the kind of person we want to be a police officer. But we will not contribute by sharing information, even if confidentially, in relation to that individual so that they do not enter the police service. And that is the starting point. You see, we all have a role to play in making Trinidad and Tobago a better place. Are we all willing to play that role? I was just listening to your interview with the MP Scotland.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things he was dodging is the accountability of the last government in relation to what they would have done or not done in relation to dealing with crime. You see, everybody is saying, well, this is a new government, they have the responsibility, but cannot fix the problem overnight. So as a society, government and opposition must identify a key responsibility to us, the citizens, and sit down and put legislation in place which deals with the police.
Extensionist Mascara by L'Oreal Paris.
Come to me. All right, TNT. He went on to say further that the SOE is a state of emergency. And a state of emergency is not a crime plan. And he said the previous government and this government have used it that way, almost like a crime plan. He said that it doesn't make sense at all. Because it's a SOE without a curfew, is a state of emergency. And he said if gunmen can leave Arima and go down to south or go down to the west, and there's no fear of people being stopped under a state of emergency, then the state of emergency is of no effect. That's what he said. That's what he said. It's of no effect, basically. Not his exact words, but coming to that situation. So the government and the police and the opposition, we all need to look right now to see what we can do to improve the situation for the safety of the citizens of this country. Ladies and gentlemen, with no further ado, I welcome the wonderful lady, Ms. Diane Joseph, for the segment and discussion in respect to the league and also in respect to the service industry of Trinidad and Tobago. Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome the COO of the Credit Union League of Trinidad and Tobago, Ms. Diane Joseph. No audio. All right, so we'll get the audio sorted out. Welcome back. Hello? Ms. Joseph? Are you hearing me? Your audio is not with us at this point in time. Director, what could be the concern? You would need to put on your audio, Ms. Joseph. Director, everything is all right on our side? All right. So we need to get the audio up and running. because this is a very important segment, seeing that some tremendous things that's happened in the Credit Union League. My WhatsApp number is not on. People have been sending me a number of things. Next week I shall be giving a number of things that sent to me. Persons have been sending me messages. The lady with the wheelchair situation, the lady with the different people have sent me messages. I'll contact you, try to contact as much as possible tomorrow via WhatsApp. Again, the Center for Justice is now, we're just going looking at only past situations. We're not taking any new situation where that's concerned. But again, if you send me videos to show and things of that nature, that's what I want to do on the WhatsApp, is not to do the work of the Center for Justice. Director, is Ms. Joseph ready? All right, she haven't gotten an audio as yet. And remember, while we wait on Ms. Joseph, if you need good accommodation, credit unions having your AGM and you want a place for your members, Caribbean Tourist Villa in the Woodbrook area, they have day pass, inexpensive, affordable, and they can negotiate for a group and give you an even better price. Call them, call Caribbean Tourist Villa right in Woodbrook at 623-9164. Welcome back, Ms. Diane Joseph.
Hi, Harvey. I am actually using my cell phone now. I'm not sure what happened there. But yes, let me say I am happy to be back to share information on what is happening at the League and within the credit union movement. At the League, we hosted our annual general meeting on April 12th, and we have installed our new board of directors, and we have our executive committee continuing in office. There were no changes to the composition of the executive. And for the benefit of the public, I would let you know that our president remains Mr. Aldrich Neptune, our vice president, Mr. Marlon Pierre, our secretary, Mr. Gary Francois, assistant secretary, Mr. Julian Skeet, and the treasurer, Mr. Michael Hernandez. We have all other directors on board, 12 of them, and a supervisory committee of 3 members overseeing the operations of the League. And we will continue to do that for the next year until we report again at our next annual general meeting. Let me say as well that importantly, the League had a long outstanding goal, and that is to acquire a property of our own. And we have done that in 2026 with the transaction being completed in early April. We will be looking at rebranding, refashioning that property for our League headquarters. And that is something significant that was discussed and shared at our annual general meeting. We had a full house of delegates discussing the business of the League, and I'm happy to advise that we ended the year in a strong financial position, and we are now moving ahead with our plans. In addition to the League's AGM, we have several credit unions also hosting their annual general meetings. Tatico Port of Spain Credit Union is coming up on Sunday. Guayme Energy Alliance is coming up on Saturday, the 25th of April. Tomorrow, we have Clico Credit Union. And on Thursday, we have our TGG Credit Union. On Saturday last, we had our TWCU Credit Union. All of these credit unions have been setting their dates and getting ready for their annual general meeting to keep in compliance with our regulatory requirements. So I can show here a couple highlights of the pictures from our annual general meeting. The next set, the first set of photos. Yes, so this is a cross-section of the crowd here at our 79th annual general meeting held at the Trinidad and Tobago Police Credit Union flagship building on the Eastern Main Road in San Juan. Next, we have our president, Mr. Aldrich Neptune, presenting a token of appreciation to our Commissioner for Cooperative Development. And this is another significant thing that happened recently, that the credit union movement now have a substantive commissioner appointed to the position after more than 10 years or about 10 years. We had several acting appointments in that position, and that did not work in the best interest of the movement. So we are happy that now we have a substantive commissioner in the person of Ms. Deborah Ann Scott, who acted before and now is confirmed or appointed in the position of commissioner. And then we have our president delivering his remark at the AGM on April 12th. And following that, we have our board of directors all gathered for our inaugural meeting in this very spacious and comfortable conference room of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Credit Union. And that's it in terms of what happened at the league over the last couple of weeks. And we are working closely with our AGMs on those matters. But now to the Trinidad and Tobago Coalition of Services Industries, we have signed a very significant and a first-time MOU with the Dominican Republic, the Embassy of the Dominican Republic here in Trinidad and Tobago. We hosted that signing ceremony yesterday, and it is for the benefit of the members of the services sector in Trinidad and Tobago, where we can exchange skills and host joint initiatives together to enhance and uplift the capacity of our services sector providers, SMEs, and other professionals in the services sector. We will also work together with the Dominican Embassy to take persons to a trade mission in the Dominican Republic in the not too distant future, so they can have first-hand information and business-to-business meetings on taking their business within the Caribbean. And of course, we will look at moving into the international space thereafter. So yesterday's signing ceremony was indeed significant because it's the first of its kind where a private sector organization is signing an MOU with an embassy of another country. And together we pledge the Dominican Republic Embassy and the TTCSI to continue to work together in the best interest of our members. And we are placing heavy emphasis on the financial services sector. We are also speaking to tourism, the orange economy, film, fashion, entertainment, and other sectors which we represent. The Trinidad and Tobago Coalition of Services Industries is the umbrella organization for the services sector in Trinidad and Tobago, and we consider this MOU to be a step in the right direction. We believe that partnerships and alliances are critical to the success of our organizations, and we have committed to supporting each other to advance that cause in a manner that will benefit our country and, of course, the Dominican Republic as well. So I will share some highlights of our signing ceremony of yesterday's date. Here we have our Chief Trade and Technical Officer, Mr. Brian Benoit, delivering the vote of thanks at the end of the ceremony, which lasted just under 1 hour. And of course, myself as president of the TTCSI in a pause following the signing ceremony with the ambassador of the Dominican Republic to Trinidad and Tobago. Next, we have a display of our MOU, which we are very proud of and we consider to be one of the key milestones of our relationship. And we pose for a very promising photo there. And next, we have our entertainer, Shirlene Hendrickson, well known in the entertainment industry. She is the